Welcome to another comprehensive guide from enthusiast Ceramic Tiles, your trusted source for expert tile installation techniques. In this video, we'll take you through every step of the process to properly level the edge of a pool using a cement and sand mixture, a critical step before installing high-quality porcelain tiles for a clean, professional, and waterproof finish. Whether you're working on a new pool build or renovating an old one, achieving a flat, stable, and properly sloped surface on the pool border is absolutely essential. It ensures long-lasting adhesion of your porcelain tiles, prevents water from seeping underneath the installation, and gives your pool a visually pleasing edge that's both durable and safe. So grab your tools, roll up your sleeves, and follow along as we walk you through every detail from preparation to finishing. Here's what you can expect in this video. Phase 1. Surface inspection and cleaning. We begin by examining the existing pool edge. Whether it's rough concrete, old mortar, or uneven substrate, the key is to start with a clean, dust-free surface. We show you how to remove loose debris, algae, and dirt. Check for cracks, water damage, and weak spots. Use a wire brush and blower for final surface prep. Phase 2. Tools and materials. Next, we introduce the essential tools and materials you'll need, such as shovel, trowel, spirit level, and straight edge. Cement. Portland recommended. Fine, washed sand, a mixing container or bucket. Water. Bonding agent optional. And safety gear. We also explain the ideal mixing ratio for cement and sand, typically 1 part cement to 3 to 4 parts sand, depending on the consistency needed. Phase 3. Preparing the mortar mix. Mixing is one of the most important steps. You'll learn how to dry mix the cement and sand for a uniform color. When and how to add water for the right texture, not too dry, not too soupy. The signs of a good workable mix. Slightly sticky but spreadable. We provide helpful tips to avoid lumps and improper hydration. You'll also discover when it's beneficial to use plasticizers or bonding agents for added strength. Phase 4. Creating a reference level. Before you lay a single trowel of mortar, you need reference lines. We show you how to use string lines and levels to mark your finished height. Techniques for establishing slope for proper water runoff. How to measure and adjust based on tile thickness and desired finish. This step is especially important near corners, steps, or curved edges, where consistency can make or break the job. Phase 5. Applying the mortar. Now, the work begins. We walk you through how to spread and press the mortar onto the edge. Techniques for smoothing, leveling, and shaping. When to stop, recheck, and correct dips or high points. How to use the straight edge to ensure flatness and slope. We'll also share expert tips on working in smaller sections to maintain control over the mix and prevent premature drying. Phase 6. Floating and finishing. Once the mortar is applied, use a float to refine the surface. Texture. Ensure no air pockets or loose edges. Create crisp lines where needed for steps, drainage lips, or trim. Wet curing tips to improve strength and prevent cracks. Depending on the weather, you may need to protect the mortar from direct sunlight or wind using plastic sheeting or light water misting. Phase 7. Final checks and curing time. Before proceeding to tile installation, we show how to do a tap test for soundness. Use the level to double-check every meter. Allow 24 to 48 hours for proper curing depending on climate. Patience is key. Rushing this stage may ruin your tile installation down the line. Bonus pro tips throughout the video. How to prevent cement burns and protect your skin. Adjusting mix for hot versus cold climates. Common mistakes to avoid, like overwatering or undermixing. Choosing between a rough or smooth mortar finish depending on tile type. Real project demonstration. Throughout this guide, you'll see real-world footage from one of our recent installations. From start to finish, you'll witness the transformation of an uneven, weathered pool edge into a perfectly smooth and leveled surface, ready for premium porcelain tile installation. Final thoughts. By the end of this video, you'll have all the knowledge and confidence you need to level any pool edge with cement and sand like a pro. This foundational step is the key to a long-lasting, beautiful porcelain tile border that enhances the look, safety, and durability of your pool area. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to enthusiast Ceramic Tiles for more advanced tutorials on ceramic, porcelain, terrazzo, and mosaic tile installation. Your support helps us create even more high-quality educational content for tiling professionals and DIYers around the world. Thanks for watching. Now, let's build something beautiful. Now that we've covered the basics of surface prep, mortar application, and leveling, let's take a deeper dive into the advanced aspects of pool edge leveling, especially when dealing with challenging site conditions and preparing for tile installation. Dealing with sloped or curved pool borders. Not all pool borders are straight and flat. In this segment, you'll learn how to create consistent curves using flexible formwork or guiding templates. Adapt your leveling tools to follow curves while maintaining slope. Use marking tools like chalk lines or temporary guides for tricky layouts. We demonstrate how to handle circular or kidney-shaped pool edges, ensuring you maintain smooth transitions with no sharp dips or bulges. Adjusting the mortar mix for weather conditions. Mortar behavior changes depending on your environment. We show you how to add less water and work faster in hot, dry weather to prevent premature drying. Use slower setting cement and more water in cold or humid weather for better workability. Store your sand and cement properly to keep them moisture-free. We also provide a time-saving trick using damp sand to help control water content naturally. Strengthening the edge for heavy tiles. If you're planning to install thick or heavy porcelain tiles, you'll need added strength. In this part, we cover using rebar or mesh to reinforce the mortar bed, embedding anchor points or edge protection trim profiles. Applying bonding slurry thin watery cement to existing concrete for maximum grip. This will prevent cracking or tile detachment over time, especially in high traffic or sun-exposed areas. Joint gaps and expansion considerations. As with any outdoor installation, proper expansion and movement handling is crucial. You'll learn how to create expansion joints along the pool perimeter using foam or rubber strips. Leave a small gap between the mortar edge and the tile area to absorb movement. Apply edge tape or soft joint filler for a professional finish. Failure to include these joints can result in buckling or broken tiles after seasonal changes. Prepping the leveled edge for tiling. After curing, your leveled mortar surface must be evaluated before tile work begins. We show you how to test suction and surface grip for tile mortar adhesion. Clean off dust, debris, and efflorescence with a sponge and mild acid solution. Apply a primer or bonding agent if working over a smooth mortar surface. You'll also learn how to chalk out tile layout lines and dry fit your porcelain pieces to avoid cutting mistakes later. Working around pool fixtures. Most pools have drains, skimmers, lights, or ladders built into the edge. In this segment, we explain how to level mortars around embedded fixtures without blocking access. Creating neat, waterproof recesses using form inserts. Tiling strategies to cut around metal or plastic components cleanly. A precise mortar base here will make till. Welcome back to the final part of our in-depth series on how to level a pool edge with cement and sand before tiling. If you've made it this far, you already understand the core techniques of surface prep, mixing, leveling, and early stage finishing. Now we're taking it to a professional level, diving into the finer details that separate average jobs from true craftsmanship. Whether you're a contractor, artisan, or advanced DIYer, this part is where you'll find the hidden tips, field-tested solutions, and pro-finishing techniques that elevate your work to world-class standards. Section 1. Advanced Surface Finishing Techniques. After your mortar bed is cured, achieving an ultra-flat and ready-to-tile surface requires specific refinements. In this chapter, you'll learn how to skim-coat imperfections using a fine cement slurry, using diamond hand pads or sanding stones to knock down high points. Creating a light scratch texture to help thin-set mortars adhere better. We also explain when and how to use self-leveling overlays for shallow dips and how to sand back rough cement edges using a disc grinder for a perfectly clean finish line. Section 2. Troubleshooting common problems. Even the best prepared jobs encounter unexpected challenges. We'll walk you through fixing soft spots in mortar due to overwatering, handling cracks or shrinkage lines with patching compound. Correcting slope errors before they become permanent issues. You'll also learn to recognize early signs of improper curing, like chalky residue, hollow sounds, or rapid discoloration, and how to fix or reinforce problem areas without tearing the whole edge up. Section 3. Integrating drainage and water flow control. Proper drainage along the pool edge is crucial. In this section, we show you how to embed microchannel drains or scuppers in the mortar, creating subtle slopes 1 to 2% to direct water away from the edge and back into the pool or nearby. Drainage lines. Using mortars, shims, or screeds to control direction and flow without affecting tile alignment. We also offer advice for integrating invisible drainage into landscape tile transitions or decking zones surrounding the pool. Section 4. Weatherproofing and longevity enhancements. A smooth mortar bed is great, but a durable, waterproof, and movement-resistant base is even better. We walk you through applying liquid waterproofing membranes over the cured mortar bed, how to seal edges using polymer additives and flexible cement products. Adding primer coat systems that improve bonding with porcelain adhesives. We'll also talk about long-term protection, such as UV-resistant top coats, water barriers under the mortar, and protective edging strips or expansion joints. Section 5. Preparing for large format porcelain tiles. When working with tiles larger than 60 by 60 centimeters or plank-style formats, you need to think differently. In this chapter, we teach you how to check flatness tolerances across 2-meter spans using aluminum screeds, apply burnished mortar finishes that resist cracking under large tiles, crease-core anchor lines in the mortar bed to prevent tile slippage. You'll also learn how to identify lippage zones where uneven support might cause tiles to stick out, and how to eliminate them before installation. Section 6. Managing corners, curves, and steps. Advanced edgework involves complex geometry. Here, you'll master creating perfectly angled corners with metal L profiles embedded in the mortar, building up mortars to form rounded or bullnose-ready edges, managing transitions between step treads and risers for consistent tile flow. We even show you how to mold custom edge curves using flexible PVC guides or hand-sculpted mortars, ensuring a seamless tile layout over even the most complex shapes. Section 7. Real-world project walkthrough. In this extended portion of the video, we take you on site to observe the full process from raw concrete border to finished, leveled mortar edge. Interviews with experienced tile installers explaining their techniques. Before and after visuals showing how careful leveling makes a huge difference in the final aesthetic. You'll see how leveling errors from earlier stages show up later in tile alignment, and how to avoid them by careful preparation in this cement and sand leveling phase. Section 8. Checklists before tiling to ensure you're 100% ready to tile over your newly prepared surface. Here's the final pre-tiling checklist. 1. Has the mortar cured for at least 48 hours or longer in humid conditions? 2. Is the surface level within 3 mm per 2 meters? 3. Are all slopes to ward drains or pool edges accurate? 4. Have weak spots been patched and reinforced? 5. Have all dust and residues been removed? 6. Is waterproofing in place if needed? 7. Have tile layout lines been chalked out? 8. Are all materials and tools for tiling prepped and staged? By ticking every box, you're minimizing risk and maximizing quality. Final words: elevate every edge. Congratulations, you now have the skills, awareness, and confidence to level pool edges with cement and sand to an exceptional degree of precision and professionalism. This process may seem like hidden work, often buried beneath tile and grout, but it's the foundation of every durable and beautiful pool border installation. It's what makes your project outlast others, resist the elements, and stand out in visual appeal. The effort you invest at this stage will shine through when the final tile is laid, perfectly aligned, secure, and flawless. Make sure to watch our next episode, where we begin tiling directly over this leveled edge using porcelain tile, showing you everything from layout planning and adhesive mixing to grouting and final cleaning. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Ayud Ceramic Tiles for more professional tutorials on ceramic, porcelain, terrazzo, and mosaic applications. We're proud to be your tiling partner every step of the way. Thank you for watching, and remember, the edge defines the finish. Welcome to part 4 of our in-depth video series on how to level a pool edge using cement and sand before tiling. At this stage, you've already mastered the fundamentals, but now we turn our attention to the fine-tuning, project management, and tile readiness aspects that many professionals learn only after years of hands-on experience. This section is packed with expert insights, error prevention strategies, and a complete transition plan from leveling to tiling, making it ideal for professionals and perfectionists alike. Section 1. Visualizing the tile. Outcome before you start. Great pool edge tiling starts with clear vision and forward planning. Before laying a single tile, it's critical to visualize the finished look and how the porcelain will align with pool coping, corners, and step edges. Plan for cuts and borders. Avoid small tile slivers that can break easily or look unbalanced. Use a mock-up dry layout of tiles over the leveled cement bed to evaluate spacing, symmetry, and alignment with waterline or decorative elements. Will show you how professionals use dry laying chalk lines and laser levels to preview the entire result before committing. Section 2. Building for the future. Thermal, expansion and movement. Even if your surface is perfectly level today, the real world introduces constant stress to outdoor tiling. We discuss how to embed movement joints in long pool runs using compressible foam or silicone inserts. Preventing thermal stress cracks by breaking up large areas into smaller tile fields. Dealing with substrate shifts, for example, if your pool deck is attached to soil or a slab by isolating tile sections. These techniques prevent disaster in months or years ahead, especially in regions with hot sun and cold nights. Section 3. Moisture management. Keeping water, where it belongs asterisk since pool areas are always exposed to water. We focus here on advanced water control. Asterisk, applying capillary breaks between mortar bed and tile adhesive to prevent water wicking. Asterisk, using bonding slurries with waterproof additives for tile mortar. Asterisk, how to angle mortar and tile slightly away from pool edge to stop water from sitting under the tiles. Asterisk, you'll learn how small adjustments and slope, even just 1 to 2%, can make or break a waterproof system. Section 4. Material compatibility, cement. Meets porcelain. Asterisks, porcelain is dense, smooth, and often large format, and it requires the right substrate for maximum adhesion. We dive into asterisk choosing the right tile adhesive to bond strongly to the mortar layer, usually a high-performance polymer modified thinset. Asterisk, making sure your cement surface isn't too dry, too smooth, or contaminated with dust. Asterisk, pre-wetting, or priming the mortar bed to